Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin and today I am ranking all of the palettes that I used in the month of June. I had this idea to do palette rankings. You know, I see people do this all the time around a certain theme, which I love, or they'll do like the last however many new palettes they got, and I thought, you know, I don't really rank like all the palettes in my entire collection because that would be a lot. So there are certain palettes that never get pitted against each other in rankings, so I thought, why not keep track of what all palettes I use in the month and pit those against each other? So it's a mix of some that are newer and some that are older to see what stands the test of time and what, you know, is just like, you know, maybe it was great when it was released, but it's had its time and it's over. So yeah, I've got 9 palettes I used in the month of June that I will be ranking today. So if that sounds good to you, keep on watching. Before we get too far into the video, if you have not already, please click that subscribe button. I upload twice a week. It's totally free to subscribe. And you can check out my video in the link. I'll put it up here for my recent 400 subscriber giveaway if you're interested in entering that. And let's go ahead and get into the ranking. Now, all of these palettes are palettes I like. So even if something is at the bottom, that doesn't mean it's a bad palette. Doesn't mean I'm not happy that I own it. It just means with this particular grouping of palettes, this is what happened to be lower at the bottom this month. So number 9, we are starting with from Game Beauty, the Victory palette. I do really like this palette, you guys. Like I said, it just happened to come in lower than the others this month. The artwork is fabulous. The theming, that's probably my favorite part about it. This is the palette that I took and used all throughout Europe. Honestly, I think I just got a little sick of it though after that because I had used it for 12 days straight, which I never do when I'm at home and have all my makeup, but it's the only palette I took, so it was my only option. So I've used every single shadow in this palette. And yeah, it just got a little too neutral for me, which Glass Cannon and Loot, those blues really helped to mix it up a bit, but I normally just would not go that neutral. Made some good dents in some of these pans though, so glad I got some use out of it, but it's just the bottom because the color story is just a bit neutral compared to what I would normally do, but it was just functional for the trip, so that's why I used it this month. At number 8, we have Ace Beauté's Paradise Fallen palette. Now, I only have 2 palettes by them, the Tropical Vibes and this one, and I need to get this one open. Yeah, this, I don't know if this is one, I know they've updated the formula on all of their palettes, but I don't know if they're selling any still that are the old formula or if they've just gotten rid of them, but the purples I was so drawn to and the smoky grays and everything. Personally, I found these mattes a little hard to blend out, and like I never tried the old formula. If this is the new formula, it wasn't bad. I just felt like I had to really finesse this one. Now I've only used it once, so obviously it could have just been me, like I don't have like a fully formed review on this one or anything like that, but it is one that I used once this month. And yeah, like I love the colors looking at it. I just didn't reach for it again because I knew how much I had to work for it that one time, so definitely gonna have to give it a try again, but that's why I ranked it lower because all of the other ones past here, like I just didn't have to work for it the way I did with this one. Next up from Saints, Angels, Sinners, this is in number 7, the Swim Team palette. This one was really nice quality. It's even got a little bit of duochrome with flip term in there, which is really nice. Practice is a really cool shimmer as well. Reminds me of a lot of the shimmers from Unearthly Cosmetics if you're familiar with their shimmer formula. The mattes were wonderful. Really like the color story. It's very grungy and green. I think I just put it here because everything else has a little more variety. Like it's only a 6 pan, so you know you can only do so many combinations with 6 pans, but I did really like it. And the quality for this one was much nicer than the Ace Beauté in my personal opinion. And number 6, we have a Morphe palette, you guys. So this is the Jaclyn Hill palette volume 2. I think this is on sale at Ulta right now if you're interested. I want to say I saw them for like $23 or something like that, which I think they're normally like $38 or $39. So here's the volume 2 if you haven't seen it. And yeah, I really do like this one. I don't do a lot with the top 2 rows, I'm not gonna lie. Like I'll use them as transition shades, but like I said with the Victory palette, like I just get bored with neutrals. Sometimes I'll do it, but not always. And I love to live in this red cranberry section. I love to live in that section, and when I used it this month, I was living there again. I keep saying I really do like pinks and purples and I should delve in here, but for some reason every time I open this palette, I just gravitate towards this section, especially Empowered. There's not many like sparkly, good quality metallic reds I have in my collection, and I feel like Empowered is really nice. And I don't have that many like deep burgundy reds like crazy here either that I feel like don't get like patchy, but this one is good quality. I like it a lot. So regardless of your feelings on Jaclyn Hill, I think the palette is really nice, you guys. I do. In fact, I actually do like this one better than her OG, which that may be taboo to say and you might disagree with me, but it's okay. We're allowed to have different opinions. I really like this one and that's why it is where it is. Oh, and it's not ranked any higher, I guess I should say, just because some of the next ones do have some like special shades in them, like duochromes or super sparkly shades, things like that, that Morphe does not have. And the color story might be a little more diverse in some of the ones coming up, so that's why it's not any higher than it is. Now the next one is not necessarily here because of color diversity, but for quality. In spot number 5 is the Lunar Beauty Nude Prism. Now I know I just said, you know, I have other ones that are lower because, you know, it's not even that I'm too good for neutrals. Obviously I have this palette, it's all neutrals, but the quality of these neutrals is astounding. It's beautiful. The shimmers and the mattes are equally good quality. One's not better than the other. And whenever I have a special occasion where I'm like, okay, I have a wedding, or like, you guys, I haven't even told you yet, I bought my wedding dress 2 days ago. I bought my wedding dress. I found the one, you guys, so excited. And it's times like that when I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be trying on wedding dresses. I want something that's gonna look elegant, neutral, go with whatever, really flattering. This is the palette that I look for that. So for that reason, it is up higher. Manny has amazing quality shadows. If you know, you know. The packaging is so nicely weighted. The holographic moon, it's just all there. The only reason it's not higher is same as the other palettes, that it's like, you know, it's not what I would reach for on a daily basis because I do like a bit more color and variety, but it is higher than the other neutrals because of the quality. In number 4, we have from Glam Natrix, the Sandra Rose Mini. Oop, upside down, the Sandra Rose Mini. And I never had the original one, guys. I didn't know of Glam Natrix as a brand, like I had never heard of them when they came out with it the first time. And I actually like that it's mini. Like, come on, how often do you go through an eyeshadow palette? I don't need big pans. I really don't. That's the one thing that keeps me from buying more from brands like Give Me Glow, is I'm like, the pans are huge. I don't want huge pan sizes. I'm not gonna go through that, and like, I like variety. I'm gonna get bored of the color before I can use all that up, if you know what I mean. But these are little BB sizes and they're so great. It's not like they're even so small that it's annoying to put your brush in or anything like that. So I love this. I wish more brands would do little mini pans like this because it's like plenty of product still, but it's not an insane amount. And I think it can keep the price point reasonable for customers as well when they do that. So for that, I really, really like this palette. Now, when I used it, Bloom, the multi-chrome that they put in that was not in the original, it's stunning. It's so stunning. I can't even describe it to you. I think it has kind of like a bluish base. I don't know. It reminds me a bit of the multi-chrome in the Odin's Eye Giant Wolves palette, the collab with Annette, if you have that one. I don't know, I haven't swatched them side by side, but they give me similar vibes if you're looking for something that's similar. But the mattes are wonderful. You can do, like, I did something really fun with the pink and the orange here one day, but you can also go kind of sultry with the purple, plum, bluish shades, or you can go neutral with the brown. Even the shimmers that are not multi-chromes, like Rose, really reflective and nice. And yeah, I've just had an all-around wonderful time with this one so far. The only reason it's not ranked higher is because, again, some of the top 3 just have more than one special shade, and, you know, in this one, Bloom is the special shade, so I do love my special shades in my palettes, I'm not gonna lie, so that's why this one is number 4. Number 3, if you know special shades, you won't be surprised about this one. From Adept Cosmetics, the Heather Austin palette. This has almost nothing but special shades. There are 4 mattes, and yeah, I'm still working on, guys. I know you guys, somebody said they were interested in ranking all my Adept Cosmetics palettes video. I'm still working on that. There's some of them that I hadn't used in a while, so I've been trying them out again, getting my memory refreshed on the different palettes just so that I can do an accurate ranking of them all. But this one is so wonderful. Like, some of them don't have any mattes, and I actually do like that they have some mattes. Their mattes are really nice. And the only reason this one is not ranked any higher is because I just didn't reach for it quite as much as the other 2 above this, which not for any reason that it's bad. Like, it's amazing. I just, for whatever reason, like the colors in the other 2, I've slightly gravitated to more this month. I really think in fall this one's gonna come full swing though. In number 2, this is from Saints, Angels, Sinners. This is their collab with Smink. This is the Follow Your Dreams palette. And this was the first palette I ever tried from the brand. It's also the biggest palette I have from the brand. But this color story is just so unique to me. And I love the textured shadows Harmony and Dreamer and Fantasy. Those are amazing. I'll actually link up in the corner if I have videos on any of these palettes, like in action, that I've filmed with them on my channel. I'll leave them linked, or if I run out of room, I'll put it in the description down below. That way you can kind of see more of what they look like in use and not just in the palette. But this color story is just nothing like I have, and some of those textures just blow me away. You can do very simple 1 to 2 shadow looks or something a lot more complex, whatever you desire. So this is just great. Like, I actually just used this. Wes and I went over to some friends for D&D last night, and I used this with the Odin's Eye Giant Wolves palettes together, and they were such nice partners together. Really, really great quality on this one. And finally, the number 1 palette, my favorite palette of all of them that I used in the month of June. The Adept Cosmetics House of Elle palette. I know, it's a 9-pan. She's a little bit smaller, there's less options. But this one I had to rank number 1 because it has been my most reached for palette this month. There's been several days when I've been in a hurry and I'm like, okay, I don't have time, what do I do? And I've just done a Rock L in the crease and picked a shimmer and been done. There's also been a couple times where I've just put like bronzer or translucent powder in the crease and done Zor-El and Cara Zor-El. I think they go really nicely together because this one is nice on the inner corner to do like light to dark, and this one has like that black base since it's a multi-chrome. So sparkly and reflective. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Adept has my favorite shimmer formula of any brand on the market, period, that I have found at this point in time, at least. That is my number 1 favorite formula of shimmers right now. I really don't think you even need a glitter primer with these. In fact, I prefer not to use them with these because you might be like, well, wouldn't they pop even more? Actually, yes, they do. However, I have found, maybe it's because I have oily lids, they crease if I use the glitter primer with them, but they are plenty sparkly on their own. I don't notice that big of a difference to just use it without. They stick just fine, they don't fade, and I don't get creasing. So I prefer to use them without the glitter primer, and that's just one less step for me. So yeah, it's kind of an unusual color story. I almost didn't even buy this one, you guys. But I'm telling you, these shimmers are so nice. Just pat on over the lid, add a wing, you're done. And that's been kind of June for me. So that is why this one is my number 1 palette this month. So yeah, what did you guys think? Was there anything that surprised you that you thought I would rank higher or lower? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you've been using this month. Play along with me, keep track on your phone, let me know in the comments. Of course, you can make your own video and tag me in it if you would like. And yeah, I'm already keeping track of what palettes I've been using now in July for next month. I'm not including single shadows in this. Like right now I'm wearing the look that I created for my custom palette video that went up before this. But for now I'm just gonna have palettes in there. I can definitely do single shadow rankings and stuff like that separately if you guys want. As always, just let me know down in the comments. And I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye!